What's up, Moonlords? Welcome back to another AMC Financial Astrology Update video. DD on AMC you absolutely cannot get anywhere else. I'm your host, Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune, and today we're going to go over AMC's star chart, AMC's moon phase analysis. We're going to look at the SPY moon phase analysis to kind of make predictions on the overall market, and of course, we're going to look at GameStop. Before we get started, I am going to do a quick recap of what I said last week. Literally 90% on the last 3 videos, guys. We've been on point. Before we get started, go ahead and hit the like. Check us out, the Market Moonlord Discord, before I make it a premium. That's where I do all the updates for over the week and talk to a lot of people in there, a lot of awesome people in there. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It's always fun to talk and just be around like-minded people. Okay, so let's go ahead and start this recap. I got a video speed up. I am going to try to make this video as quick as possible. Here we go. I think it's a cool-off period. So again, we're probably just going to retest that bottom of the purple here, which would be around the 408, 409 level, okay, before another bounce into that full moon, which is going to be on Friday, expiration day. So that's going to be an interesting Friday, okay, because it's a full moon. As you can see, that's exactly what we did coming into Monday. We did have a pretty nice little pop, but then we fell, okay. And then we did hit the almost very close to the bottom of the purple, which if you guys been following, I said that is the, the Pluto retrograde, and SPY wants to stay in there now that it made it back in there. And then literally 3 days before the full moon, we started popping. And on the actual full moon Friday, the full moon was on Thursday night, but the trading day didn't happen until Friday. And you saw the huge pop that SPY got on that actual full moon. So that played out exactly like we predicted based on the moon phases. And this is what I said regarding GameStop last week. Now, if we break this $40 and let's see, 40.54, and we're above that by the full moon, I do expect a nice little pop to maybe 47. GameStop came out very, very bullish and went ahead and crossed it right on that Monday, that $40 level, and it went right to my trail line at 47 like I predicted. It just happened extremely early, and to me, obviously, that signified a lot of bullishness. And so I thought we're going to get another pop on the actual full moon. We did get the drop right before it. And then on Friday, we did have a small little pop. So yeah, it didn't play out perfectly, but we did cross that line and we did hit my trail line based on the moon phases. Okay, and here's what I said last week regarding AMC. Anything. Okay, so Monday we could get another pop. Potentially. Okay. Now, historically speaking, 5 days outside of the full moon, we typically will see a drop, and that's actually healthy to see for me because I want to drop before we start heading up into the moon phase. Okay, heading up into the full moon. I don't mind seeing that. That happens all the time. So that could be a scenario. So remember, full moon is Friday. We typically can start getting moved within 3 days. Wednesday, I do expect us to start heading up no matter what happens, because the moon phase, the full moon pop looks very, very likely. And the full moon is actually in AMC's first house, Aquarius, which we'll check that out later. But everything is looking great. Everything is looking great. And, if we do get a serious full moon pop, I think 28 is going to happen. Okay. As you can see, we did get a pop on Monday, like I said, 8%, and then we started dropping, and I said that's healthy. And then on actual Wednesday, we started popping again perfectly. Now, I did say a full moon pop would take us around that $28 level, and we got to 27, 28. So we didn't quite get there, but the setup did happen. The full moon pop did happen, and hey, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty healthy based on the moon phases. So yes, you guys tell me if the moon phases analysis have been pretty accurate lately for you, if they're even helping you guys with your trading. It's been helping me for sure. Let's go ahead and check out the SPY to see if it's going to give us the green light runway for AMC to run on a serious week with this catalyst. And of course, we'll look at GameStop. Go ahead and hit the like. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. DD like this is dropping that you cannot get anywhere else each and every week. Let's get started. Welcome to the Market Moonlord, where we merge the matrix with the stars. I'm your host, Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. Okay, so we're going to look at the SPY first. it's looking really awesome. On Friday, we did get that full moon pop. The volume did increase. The RSI is now over 70, so it is super, super, super hot. But the MACD is still squeezing up. And the vertex is still going up and doesn't show any sign of reversal. And the money flow index is still going up as well. But typically after the full moon pop, that's typically when we start entering the consolidation phase or a dip, right? That's the waning period. If you guys have been following this channel, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. That's the black background when the moon is dying, okay? So I am expecting a little bit of a pullback or consolidation period before we start going back up again. And we could just have a steady incline, right? But to me, we've had 2 moon phases in a row going straight up. That hasn't happened since 2021. I think it was in October last time that happened. So to me, it's unlikely that we're going to just shoot up on this waning period again. Another situation is we didn't hit the 430 level that I had on the moon phases for a full moon pop. We hit it right before that. So we could hit it and then start consolidating after that, or have a little dip. If we do have a dip, I expect us to probably just bounce off this 200 MA like we did over here. We had to break it, and now it's going to act as support based on the technicals, right? Based on the moon phases, the biggest dip we could potentially get could take us to the 409 level on this waning period, but I kind of doubt that, right? I do think we're going to fall right on the 200 MA and consolidate in that area before heading up either on the next quarter moon, which is going to be this Friday. That is possible that it's possible that we can head up into that quarter moon, which is going to be on Friday, and then fall into the fall until we hit the new moon, which is going to be August 27th. Okay. But the SPY, no matter what, is looking healthy, is looking bullish. Obviously, all the indicators say we're going to keep going up, but we do have resistance based on the moon phases at the 430. And then after that, I do think we're going to hit some type of consolidation period before we pop off again. But no matter what, SPY is looking pretty awesome. So you guys tell me what you think. It does look like the runway should be pretty decent for AMC to make a push up early into the week. But before we get to AMC, let's go ahead and check out GameStop. Okay, so I have GameStop pulled up. I think GameStop's a serious wild card right now. It has a serious George W going on right here on the daily. That's gonna, if that breaks and that target off this George W, if it does go ahead and forms that George W, it's in the 100. So and you guys know how fast GameStop can move. So GameStop could just take off at any minute, and it was looking stronger than everything coming into last week, and that's probably why it had the huge pop early into the week. We had the cross as well, the golden cross on the daily, which is super, super bullish. So right now, we're right back on that launch pad already, coming into this waning period. And GameStop could go ahead and continue up on this waning period. It does look like that is kind of likely because it had a major cool off before the full moon, and the RSI kind of went from 70 to back down to neutral, and then kind of back up to the 60 range on that full moon. So GameStop looks like it's going to go ahead and continue pushing into the next week. And you can see here that we had a lot of selling. We had a big drop off on volume. So I'm hoping that the volume does pick up. And that was just a cool off period. We have a little bit of a divergence with the vertex. There's no sign of a trend change. The money flow index, which is the green right here, dots, is still going up. The RSI is going up right now. So it looks like GameStop is going to either make another move to the upside, probably coming into this quarter moon, which is going to be on Friday. I am holding calls still. I didn't even sell my calls on GameStop. And you can see here, we're literally right on that launch pad. Okay. And we're above it. So that's totally fine. We went right back above that on that full moon. And so we're either going to me, have a little bit of a pop, maybe test the 47 level again, coming into this quarter moon before entering a dip or consolidation phase, waiting on the new moon. Or we just simply don't do anything and we kind of just hang out in this area. Now, a very bearish scenario would be us going back to this 36.44 level. or 36.36. I don't think we're going to go that low, but it is possible. Or we might hit this trail line that we've been respecting around the 37, almost 37 level. But GameStop is looking good. GameStop is looking healthy. We simply need volume. But as far as I'm concerned, if GameStop's hanging out at this $40 level, especially above 40, 50, I'm pretty bullish for GameStop to take off at any moment. You all let me know what you think about that. Okay, we have AMC pulled out. Real fast, I just want to give a shout out to all the diamond handlers, all the people who supported this channel, all the people who've been holding with us together. Rip the paper hands. Oh my gosh. AMC, even though we didn't get the pop that we were looking for, we didn't get the squeeze, we did make a move to that's very healthy. Okay. And yeah, it's been an amazing journey. I really hope this whole ape thing really stirs the pot and gets us to the end final moment. Time will tell. But yeah, the moon phase is I can't believe that we've been doing this for, man, a long time now. And I feel like, me analyzing these moon phases is just flowing appropriately now. I feel so comfortable looking at this stuff and just going off of instinct and intuition now, and it's been beautiful. But I'm still very humble. I've been wrong many times. I'm just happy that we did get some movement this last couple weeks. I'm happy we found the bottom at that eclipse. And it's been quite a ride, guys. It's been quite a ride. I appreciate each and every one of the Moon Lords that have supported me. Oh my gosh. I feel so good to know like-minded people. It really, really does. So yeah, here we are with AMC. AMC again is looking pretty healthy. Okay, based on the moon phases. Now we do have that quarter moon on the 19th. And I'm pretty sure we got some ape stuff going on there. You guys tell me in the comments exactly if you guys know anything that I should know about the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, things are looking interesting. Okay, we are very hot on the RSI, and we probably do need a cool off. We're still above 70, which is crazy, even with that drop that we had on Friday. But yeah, look at the 50-day moving average really curving up. We could potentially get a golden cross in the near future, which is awesome. And the MACD lines are still way above. Look at the money flow index. It didn't go down at all. Again, the vertex isn't showing any type of reverse trend. So coming into this next week, I mean, they've made it pretty hard to say, right? We look at the weekly candle. We have a totally indecisive candle right here. So it's like, which way are we going to go? But look at that volume on the weekly. Look at what the RSI is doing on the weekly. Look at what the MACD is doing on the weekly. Okay, based on the weekly, we do have room to run. Okay, but I'm just going to have to go off the moon phases here. We are in the waning period. We did get a pop into the full moon, and we did pop on the actual full moon, but we didn't stay up there. So I was kind of looking for the $28 level pop. But we didn't make it there. We did not make it there. We were very, very, very close. But based on historical moon phase movements, we pop into the full moon, and then after the full moon, we either consolidate or dip, right? So that's more likely to happen than us to just continue popping. However, this week we do have a catalyst, a big one on top of that. So I'm not putting it past AMC to continue popping just based off the catalyst. We have to use our fundamental analysis, our moon phase analysis, our technical analysis. Okay, and the news this week is a catalyst. Okay, so anything can happen. Therefore, I did continue to hold some of my calls just in case we do have a gap up coming into Monday, because I do think it is possible. I am betting that is a possible scenario that I don't want to miss out for. However, we are in the waning period. We already look like we're starting to dip after the full moon, okay? And the RSI is pointing down. So if I had to guess what's going to happen based on the moon phases and historical trends, we're going to probably have some more little dips coming early into the week. Okay, we have AMC pulled out. Real fast, I just want to give a shout out to all the diamond handlers, all the people who supported this channel, all the people who have been holding with us together. Rip the paper hands. Oh my gosh. AMC, even though we didn't get the pop that we were looking for, we didn't get the squeeze, we did make a move to that's very healthy. Okay. And yeah, it's been an amazing journey. I really hope this whole ape thing really stirs the pot and gets us to the end final moment. Time will tell. But yeah, the moon phase is I can't believe that we've been doing this for, man, a long time now. And I feel like, me analyzing these moon phases is just flowing appropriately now. I feel so comfortable looking at this stuff and just going off of instinct and intuition now, and it's been beautiful. But I'm still very humble. I've been wrong many times. I'm just happy that we did get some movement this last couple weeks, and I'm happy we found the bottom at that eclipse. And it's been quite a ride, guys. It's been quite a ride. I appreciate each and every one of the moon lords that have supported me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel so good to know like-minded people. It really, really does. So yeah, here we are with AMC. AMC again is looking pretty healthy. Okay, based on the moon phases. Now we do have that quarter moon on the 19th. And I'm pretty sure we got some ape stuff going on there. You guys tell me in the comments exactly if you guys know anything that I should know about the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, things are looking interesting. Okay, we are very hot on the RSI, and we probably do need a cool off. We're still above 70, which is crazy, even with that drop that we had on Friday. But yeah, look at the 50-day moving average really curving up. We could potentially get a golden cross in the near future, which is awesome. And the MACD lines are still way above. Look at the money flow index. It didn't go down at all. Again, the vertex isn't showing any type of reverse trend. So coming into this next week, I mean, they've made it pretty hard to say, right? We look at the weekly candle and we have a totally indecisive candle right here. So it's like, which way we're going to go? But look at that volume on the weekly. Look at what the RSI is doing on the weekly. Look at what the MACD is doing on the weekly. Okay, based on the weekly, we do have room to run. Okay, but I'm just going to have to go off the moon phases here. We are in the waning period. We did get a pop into the full moon, and we did pop on the actual full moon, but we didn't stay up there. So I was kind of looking for the $28 level pop. But we didn't make it there. We did not make it there. We were very, very, very close. But based on historical moon phase movements, we pop into the full moon, and then after the full moon, we either consolidate or dip, right? So that's more likely to happen than us to just continue popping. However, this week we do have a catalyst, a big one on top of that. So I'm not putting it past AMC to continue popping just based off the catalyst. We have to use our fundamental analysis, our moon phase analysis, our technical analysis. Okay, and the news this week is a catalyst. Okay, so anything can happen. Therefore, I did continue to hold some of my calls just in case we do have a gap up coming into Monday, because I do think it is possible. I am betting that is a possible scenario that I don't want to miss out for. However, we are in the waning period. We already look like we're starting to dip after the full moon, okay? And the RSI is pointing down. So if I had to guess what's going to happen based on the moon phases and historical trends, we're going to probably have some more little dips coming early into the week, or we continue going up into the quarter moon, and then on the quarter moon on Friday, after Friday, then we start dipping into the new moon, which is going to be August 27th. Okay, so the bullish scenario is somehow we continue popping into that. If we pop before the quarter moon above the 2878 level, then we could be looking at the 30s, okay, on the actual quarter moon, get a pop on the quarter moon, okay. You can see here, sometimes we get the full moon, and then we get a little bit of consolidation, and then a run up into the actual quarter. You can see here, we had a pop on the full moon, and then we kind of hit the quarter, and then had another pop. You can see here we dropped after this full moon, and then we had a pop on that quarter. Okay, so the quarter moons, AMC does like the quarter moon, so we could get something popping off on the 19th Friday for AMC. And again, if we are above the $28 level before then we could see a pop, maybe potentially to the 35. Okay, potentially. But the more likely case based on historical moon phase trends, but again, we have news, is that we're going to see a dip before we start going back up. Okay, and the dip would probably be, to me, if I had to guess, we probably dip into this trail line right here, which is going to be around $22. Okay, because when we broke that, it started acting as support, right? So maybe $22 is that level that we dip into, and then at that point I will probably start, jumping into some plays, nibbling in. Now, based on the moon phases, our next level of support is over here at the 1840 level. Okay, but we also have this major trail line that we finally broke through on this waxing period, and that trail line will be around the $19 level, and then we also have the 200 MA right at the high 1950 level. Okay, so I do think we're either going to hit 22 on the dip, or we're going to hit 1950. I don't think we're going to see 18s again. Maybe we get a wick down there, but it'll be very short term. The bullish scenario based on the moon phases is we see the $28 level before the quarter, and then we pop into that. Now, the crazy bullish scenario is we just continue going up on a waning period, but it's unlikely. We went up 2 moon phases in a row. Actually, no, we did on AMC. We didn't do 2 moon phases in a row. Yeah, we didn't. Okay, GameStop we did, the SPY we did, but AMC did not make that move 2 times in a row on moon phases. So maybe it's AMC's turn. Okay, AMC was lagging behind GameStop, so it is possible again that AMC is going to get the double moon phase move to the upside, like the SPY and the GameStop just completed. Okay, so that is the scenarios. I hope you guys stayed with me there. Again, I'm looking for us to be around 28 before the quarter, and that's going to be very bullish. And then bearish is going to be maybe 22. Really bearish is going to be probably 1950. Extremely bearish is going to be 1840. Okay, now you guys let me know what you think. You guys let me know if you think it's wise to buy calls before ape. You guys let me know if you guys are buying more shares to get that dividend. You guys let me know if you're still holding. And again, rip paper hands. All right, let's check out AMC's star chart. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this DD. Okay, you all know what this is. We got AMC's natal chart pulled up with Monday the 15th market open 9:30 a.m. And we went over all these crazy retrogrades we got going on with the long-term planets last week and the week before. So I'm not going to go too crazy on more of the outer planets. I'm going to focus on the inner planets this week. So those are the planets that move faster, and we have some interesting stuff. So the first thing I want to say is, the favorite planet that AMC likes the most is their Mercury. Mercury gets nice aspects. We tend to get nice moves. I also mentioned last week that the Mercury in the sky is at its home sign in Virgo, which I told you any moves we get should be pretty stable. Or should be pretty solid. And now Mercury in the sky is making some really nice sextiles to AMC's Jupiter, 0 degrees. We know AMC's Jupiter is exalted in a sign of Cancer. Jupiter literally represents expansion. Jupiter is also with AMC's moon, and Jupiter is also making a sextile to, I think it's Uranus, which is a sextile to Uranus, which definitely shows volatility. Okay, but yes, I do like what Mercury is doing. Transiting Mercury is also making a nice sextile to Saturn, which is another indication of solid ground. Saturn literally represents foundation and is naturally an earth sign along with Mercury, and Mercury's in its earth sign of Virgo right now. So I do like that. Now the natal Mercury for AMC is also making a very next trine to AMC's sun. We know the sun is the company reputation, it's company CEO. Mercury represents communication. The sun is about illuminating, putting things out there, creating light. So this is, to me, is kind of bullish energy with Adam. Okay, Adam seems to be a nice energy with the stock right now, and natal Mercury is also making a sextile to the transiting Saturn. Now that Saturn, it's retrograde, but it's retrograde in a very nice spot on top of Juno. Okay, and I talked about that before, how when Saturn goes direct in October, that is going to me be very bullish for some type of new innovative partnership. I do like it a lot. Now, looking at the moon over here, the moon is, first of all, with Jupiter coming into Monday, that's kind of expansive. It's in a fire sign of Aries, and it's on top of Uranus, and we know Uranus literally represents explosions, innovations. Now, the moon is making some pretty nasty squares. Okay, it's making a square to AMC's Pluto and AMC's moon right when it's conjunct Uranus. Now we know Pluto is sudden changes, okay, and the moon is at home for AMC, but it is a square along with a conjunction with Uranus. This is very, very volatile. I'm just gonna say it's volatile. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's bad. I'm not gonna say it's good because after all, it is with lucky Jupiter over here. And it is with Uranus, which is literally volatility, more so innovation, okay, brand new things. So I'm not going to say that's bearish or bullish. I'm just going to say that's volatility, okay, loss of volatility. Now, one thing I definitely want to point out is what's happening with Mars over here, the transiting Mars and the natal Mars, okay, because the transiting Mars is making a nice beautiful trine to AMC's Venus. Venus is relationships and money, abundance, and Mars is more about the warrior, fighting, passion. Okay, and Mars is is it in Gemini now? As in the last degrees of Taurus, so we know that's a very strong degrees coming into the last degrees. Taurus is an earth sign again, so even though Mars can be very volatile, it's in a very stable position, and Venus is also very stable in Capricorn. I do like that. Now, transiting Venus over here is making a 0-degree sextile to Mars, so we have both Venus and Mars kind of hitting each other, and that was building up last week. So based on last week's trends, that should be pretty bullish. Okay, now transiting Uranus is still opposite AMC Saturn, and now it's making another sextile to Jupiter. So again, we got a lot of Jupiter, a lot of Uranus energy. I see more positive energy than negative energy, but I don't particularly care for where the moon is, making that square to AMC's moon, making a square to Pluto. But again, Pluto is always going to be sudden changes. Okay, I think this week is Monday is going to be a banger. We might get a lot of ups and downs, choppiness on Monday, but I would expect the choppiness to be pretty big chops. Coming into Tuesday, I really like where the moon went. First of all, it goes to a spot that we often get some really nice moves with, and that's the moon trine Mercury. I do like that a lot. That's pretty much all that really changed from Monday to Tuesday, but that's a nice bullish change. Facts. Wednesday got a little spicy, okay? The first thing I'm going to say is what's happening with the transiting Mercury. Now it's making a 0-degree square to Mercury, okay? That's a square, so that could be some type of bad news indication. But however, I have seen Mercury get bad aspects from AMC, the natal Mercury, and still get some bullish energy, so I'm not going to count that out. Now Moon is directly opposite of AMC's North Node. Okay, and the moon is in its exalted position of Taurus. So I do like what the moon is doing coming into Wednesday. Interesting stuff. And then we look at the sun and we get a trine sun to sun. And that to me is very bullish for Adam making a statement. We saw some news happening with Adam potentially on Tuesday, and now we're seeing a sun trine sun. That's very, very, very bullish. Very good for the company reputation. I'm leaning more bullish than bearish based on the star chart so far this week. But no matter what, I do see lots of volatility and choppiness. Every day so far, we're making some pretty serious aspects. I'm looking at Thursday right now. Right off the bat, Mercury is no longer or still square Mercury, 0 degrees. Okay, so that is still there. But again, Mercury sometimes can always be good to have aspects with. Anyway, that will show some type of news. There's going to be lots of news, lots of talk on AMC for sure. Probably a lot of FUD on top of that. But the Mercury is now making a sextile to AMC Saturn, along with AMC's midheaven. So I'm not complaining about that. But look what the moon did. The moon is now with Uranus in the sky. It's now with the North Node in the sky. This is strong energy, especially since the moon is in exalted position of Taurus, directly opposite to Saturn, which is in Scorpio, sudden changes. And now it's making a sextile to Jupiter, 0 degrees, which represents expansion. Okay, so I do like Thursday. And then Venus is also making a 0 degree trine to Uranus. Okay, so that's bullish. That is bullish, especially since the sun is coming closer into the sun trine sun, which will be directly on it. Friday looks like a banger. We have the sun 0 degrees trying the sun. The sun is at home in sign of Leo. On top of that, that's crazy. The moon just left its own sign is in 0 degrees Gemini. Gemini is a Mercury energy, news, communication. It's trying AMC's ascendant, persona, the branding, and it's making a trine to the Venus aesthetics and also more branding and partnerships and money. This to me is very interesting. Friday. What is Mercury doing on that day? Mercury is still square Mercury. I'm not really tripping on that too much. And yeah, the moon in the sky is now conjunct Mars. That's crazy. Mars is in what's degree? 29th degree of Taurus. Okay, so we have the moon in the 0 degree and we have Mars in the 29th degree. You guys know when we get planets shifting from one sign to the other, whether it's on the 29th degree or 0 degree, those are very, very, very powerful degrees. Meanwhile, they're making a very nice very nice trine to AMC's Venus and ascendant. So, this week's going to be volatile. I really like what's happening with the sun being at home sign of Leo, which also represents the artist, the performer. Okay, so overall, I say the star chart for AMC is looking bullish, but very, very volatile. You guys let me know what you guys think about this DD, if this is helping you. You guys let me know what you think about what's going to happen with AMC Dividend. I'm not going to lie and pretend like I know. I definitely don't. But I definitely think that there's reasons to be optimistic. All right. So I'm going to leave it there. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to show some appreciation, I appreciate that by simply hitting the like button. Until next time, I'm Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune, here to help you navigate through the market, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. You're watching the Market Moon Lord, where we merge the matrix with the stars. Until next time, peace.
Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune.